What is up, guys? It is your boy Jay. This is the Cinema Theorists podcast where we talk to you all about movies and whatever else decides to pop up into our sphere of pop culture. I have my co-host with me today, Shawntel. How you doing today, Shawntel?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Tired as always. Super tired. Ready to talk
I
about
know the
movies.
feeling. Uh, so today we are going to talk about Death on the Nile. Um, we're gonna try things a little differently this week. Uh, and do our best not to be anything spoilery about the movie because it's just
Spoiler.
now opening up. Listen, we've already gone over this. I said it before. Spoilery is now a word in the dictionary, and I'm the one who put it there.
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna talk about Book of Boba Fett, the season finale or series finale, which is probably a better term for it. Obviously, that
I
one
think
we will do spoilers with.
I think it's gonna be a season 2 though,
I hope not, and we'll get into why.
for sure.
Um, but first, we're going to talk about some of the updates that have come out over the week. Um, so there's been a couple trailers released over the week that we weren't necessarily looking forward to, but there was no drop or anything like that. So we're gonna talk about those. First off, we finally got our first look at a movie that I almost forgot completely was coming out. Jurassic World Dominion.
Right. Got
A
pushed back
movie.
plenty of times, right?
Well, originally it was supposed to come out in 2021. That was the first date it had, and then they pushed it back to this year by a year. So it's only been delayed once,
For sure.
which is crazy. Most movies can't say that anymore.
Right.
Anyway, so in my opinion, I have been ready for this film for a long time. Ever since the last one came out, Fallen Kingdom, because the way that Fallen Kingdom ended, I was like, man, if only they could have made a better movie that would lead into this. That would have been, because this looks like it's going to be great. But Fallen
Right.
Kingdom to me was a hot pile of trash. What are your thoughts on the last movie?
um, I only seen it once, and I seen it in the theater. I mean, of course, I want to say it was like hot trash, but
I
with me
mean,
only seeing it one time, I really don't have an opinion. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Jurassic Park movies anyway. So
in that case, maybe the reason that you should understand that it's hot garbage is the fact that you never watched it more than once.
fair enough. You're right about that.
I mean,
You
you
got it
pretty
on
much,
Voodoo?
yeah, I do.
All right, I might watch it again then.
But like, think about it. You didn't like Shang-Chi, and up until recently, you had only watched it once. You never chose to go back until recently. So
Right.
most movies that you go, that was good, but I'll never watch that again, is different than, man, this was garbage, but I only watched it because I had A-list.
Right. I'll give you that for sure. Because I for sure didn't watch part two just because I had A-list because A-list wasn't even out then, I don't think.
No, it wasn't. That didn't come
Yeah.
out until it walked over the grave of Movie Pass, which I found out Movie Pass is actually doing a 2.0 soon, where you
Really?
watch ads to be able to earn points to get tickets. I think they should just someone needs to get the shovel. They need to whack them back in the back of the head
I'm
and
about to say
bury
they
them
should
a couple
like,
feet deeper.
like just smash it.
Yeah.
But I actually started out with Movie Pass though. Like I
Oh,
had
I
Movie
did
Pass.
too. And I'm probably part of the reason that they got shut down.
Right. Because I was going to the movies all the time.
Uh I was going every day.
Right.
I didn't care what movie I watched. I was like, oh, I can use a movie today? Cool. And I did
Right.
that for about 2 months before they shut it down. I was like, maybe they didn't expect me to watch 60 movies in 2 months.
Right. I mean, the premise was there clearly because of A-list, but the premise was there. I guess they just went about it a little bit differently.
Right. But back into Jurassic World Dominion, we not only have Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, that clone chick that didn't need to be in here but is anyway, and let all the dinosaurs out, which, you know what? This whole premise, it's not her fault. It's not her fault because, Dr. Wu took the stuff from the first Jurassic World and he's selling it to all these companies that are making their own dinosaurs, and they're the reason that this is all happening.
Right.
Because that's why they're all around the world, because obviously dinosaurs cannot swim across the ocean.
Clearly.
Other than the Mosasaurus, but that's a different thing altogether. And we have the returning cast members: Sam Neill as Alan Grant. We've got
Laura Dern,
whose character I cannot remember.
Ellie.
And then we have the one, the only Jeff Goldblum as a character who also his name I completely forget.
Ian
because he was not memed in meme culture.
And we'll find a way.
Life will find a way.
That was pretty good though.
And then he does that. The only meme that he is that stupid laugh he does in Jurassic World.
Holy moly! I don't even know how to pronounce this dude's name.
Omar Sy.
No. Mamadou Ati. It's a black dude. He was in the Black Box or some shit on like Hulu.
Oh, I never watched Black Box.
Yeah, he's on like some Netflix show. Now he's in this. That's pretty dope.
I'm pretty sure they were supposed to have Omar Sy back in this, but I could be wrong.
Holy shit, Justice Smith is. Oh no, he was in the other one too. I think. Justice Smith, the light skinned dude, Franklin.
Yeah, he's in that.
Yeah, I think he was in the other ones too.
Also, there's a theory going around about who the black girl is in this trailer. There's a theory there's a theory that she is actually the grown-up daughter from the second.
Holy shit! That was Jeff Goldblum's daughter.
Yeah.
No way.
Wait, hold up. Omar Sy is back in this. So is Jake Johnson. And what's her name? Chick from Valentine from what's that girl's name from Cowboy Bebop? The character she plays, Faye.
Yeah,
Faye. The girl who plays Faye in live action is in this as well.
Talking about Daniela.
Yep.
Panita.
Yep. What? Vince Vaughn is going to be in this? What?
Yeah, Nick Van Owen.
Huh. A lot of names. Hold up, I
this is supposed to be the last one in the trilogy, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to check something real quick. Just so I'm not misremembering. Okay, never mind. Wait a minute. I didn't realize that Vic Vaughn was also in the second one, and he's playing the same character.
Yeah, you saw Vince Vaughn?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was definitely in the second one.
Oh man, what a cast, dude. Granted, we're also looking at I'm looking at Google, so you know.
Did you watch Animal Kingdom, the TV show?
No, I never did.
The chick, Deshaun Lockman, she's in Animal Kingdom.
Also, I was wrong. The character that DeWanda Wise is playing, different name. Although I will say, both of the characters' names start with a K, so it's possible they're just throwing us off because you know how they like to do that. I'm not too happy with the runtime though for this movie.
2 hours and 8 minutes.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Oh yeah. She got the pretty eyes. The black chick with the pretty eyes. Holy shit! She's Gotta Have It. I thought I knew her face. Dope. I don't think I've seen her like since She's Gotta Have It. That's dope. But no, it would be cool like if that was like the daughter from what was it, Jurassic Park 2, that she was in?
Yeah. Also, I kind of want this to be the last film.
Like in general, like no more reboots.
I don't think that. Well, I mean, they never had a reboot in the first place, but I think that they need to just there's a point where Universal needs to stop movies from going further before they become money grabs and less of can we make more money off, like, if you have a new script to write. I mean, given the premise, there's only two ways that this movie ends. One, humanity's effed,
I was about to say, yeah, it's dinosaurs.
or all the dinosaurs are somehow killed. There's literally the only two ways that this movie can end, because you have, that is the whole premise. That's the thing that needs to happen, and the resolution has to happen in this film.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, they're not going to split off and do another part, nothing like that. So I don't know if we need another one. Otherwise, you're just gonna, if that happens, what's next? You're just gonna cross it over with Fast and Furious just cause.
Oh my God, picture that.
Although granted, it already looks like it's gonna be Mission Impossible.
I was about to say, right, picture that.
I mean,
there might be something to pitch though. They might go for it.
Well, they can't do Mission Impossible.
No. Fast and the Furious cross Jurassic Park.
If they do that, I will never watch another Universal film again. That's about as dumb as of an idea as crossing over Men in Black and 21 Jump Street. And there's a reason that movie never went into production. Then we have the Adam trailer.
Yeah.
Which
Project Adam.
Ryan Reynolds, one of his many films that he's done in the past couple of years, and it's actually a passion project of his. Like, it's one of the ones that I'm actually looking forward to for next month for sure.
Yeah, I definitely want to watch it. The trailer make the movie like it's gonna be dope.
Tell me this. This looks like a really good looking Netflix film.
For sure. Definitely.
Oh shit. Yo, it comes out.
It like it could have went to the theater.
It comes out in 29 days. Or it comes out March 11th.
Yeah, March 11th. Yeah.
A lot of good things coming out next month. Definitely.
Almost a month away.
Huh? Yeah.
So yeah, March 11th, almost a month away.
Man, I can't wait to watch that. No, there's not much I really can say about it. It's a trailer for a movie. It's sci-fi. There's time travel involved.
Right. CGI looks like it's gonna be pretty dope.
It does. I'm a sucker when it comes to Ryan Reynolds movies.
I just hope it's not a Ryan Reynolds movie. As in, I mean, you can only be you, but I just hope it's not like fucking Ryan Reynolds.
Well, you mean like Deadpool or Free Guy?
Right.
Oh, the Free Guy had its moments where he wasn't playing a Ryan Reynolds.
I guess.
Like the emotional parts.
Well, no, I didn't see any part where he wasn't playing Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, some of the emotional parts that weren't meant to be funny. Like him giving a motivational speech. Well, yeah.
Yeah, still Ryan Reynolds.
Well,
I mean, like I say, it's still not a bad thing. You go to a Ryan Reynolds movie, you know it's gonna be Ryan Reynolds. But I'm just hoping this isn't like.
I mean, I never watched it, but there was Six Underground. Was he playing Ryan Reynolds in that?
Kind of, but not really. But that movie was garbage anyway, though.
Man, I'm starting to realize I haven't watched too many of Ryan Reynolds movies. Well, okay, there's one movie.
You watch Green Lantern?
Unfortunately, that's one of the ones I have watched. I forgot he was in the movie Life.
Wait a minute.
The astronaut movie that a lot of people thought was a prequel to Venom.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. I remember that. I think I watched it in the movie theater.
I did. It was good.
Yeah.
No, the ones I have seen, I think about them going, no, that's definitely not that's a Ryan Reynolds.
Exactly.
Like Hobbs and Shaw, R.I.P.D. I can't believe I've ever watched that one. The Voices, that was a good one. Him and his wife.
Like I say, it's hard to not.
Proposal's probably the only one I can think of where he didn't play a Ryan Reynolds character.
Proposal. Did I see that?
With Sandra Bullock, like one of his ones that like really shot him up there.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. Let's see. But like I say, like for sure, like you can only be you. But at the same time, like that's why I really kind of like stopped watching Kevin Hart movies because he's Kevin Hart like in everything that he played.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen The Proposal before.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So he has a movie coming out this year that'll be distributed on Apple TV Plus. It's called Spirited. It's an American Christmas themed musical where it's a modern retelling of A Christmas Carol with Ryan Reynolds being Scrooge.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the thing though. Will Ferrell will be playing the present version. Octavia Spencer, and then a couple other people I don't know. But here's the thing. Ryan Reynolds, and you know that TikTok where he's like singing the different tones and then Will Ferrell comes in? That was them on set. I mean, it could be funny.
I think I'm gonna watch it just because Will Ferrell's in it.
I'm gonna watch it because Ryan Reynolds is in it.
Ryan Reynolds is in it
Because he can sing. I mean, we thought Hugh Jackman was talented. Ryan Reynolds' little ego boost on this one. Like, look at me, I'm in a Christmas movie that's a musical. Suck it, Hugh Jackman.
They love each other.
Oh, they do. They actually got into a riff recently. Hugh Jackman's currently performing something on Broadway, a musical, and Ryan Reynolds had a framed picture in his backstage of himself in like a dancing pose, photoshopped his face, and said I know how to do it better than you, so don't break a leg. They've honestly spoken about their feud, and they're like, it's gone on so long that we have no idea how it started or why.
Jeez, bro, Will Ferrell is getting old.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he is old.
Yeah, for sure.
But I guess now would be a good time to probably segue out of the trailer stuff into what we're actually talking about today. The Book of Boba Fett, or as I like calling it now, the Book of Grogu and his friends. Or if we're gonna go Clint Eastwood, since it's a Western, The Good, the Bad, and the Grogu.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, might as well. You know, we get the Book of Cameos. There's many titles for it that would suit it better than the Book of Boba Fett.
Did you see that video I sent you earlier today from YouTube? The Book of Boba Fett in 60 seconds.
No, I didn't watch it.
You should watch it, bro. It's hilarious. It's only 60 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, maybe at some other point. I feel like it'll probably not change the way I'm thinking about that show now.
Oh, no, of course not. It's just like the way he was explaining like the show. Like it's legit like the whole season in 60 seconds. So the way he explained it is kind of like same thing that you just said. So
also, I feel like they killed off Cad Bane. Might as well say spoiler here. I'm not happy with the decision. I really am not.
They pulled a Marvel.
I thought if they were going, well, not only did they pull Marvel, but they did the whole trope where the villain, instead of killing the person, goes on this whole monologue, giving the hero enough time to kill.
Right.
Like, just shoot him. I don't care that he's Boba Fett. You know what kind of... I guarantee you there's a lot of people who'd be pissed off more because of that Cad Bane died than if Boba Fett had gone out a little bit more badass than a Sarlacc pit.
Right. Yeah, I was super upset when he died.
I was like, although there's a part of me that doesn't want to believe that he's dead yet because his life support thing is still blinking.
Right.
We've seen people die before, Fennec.
And then just came back. But yeah, I'm hoping that he's not dead. I hope he's just like get into whatever that water jar is and do some flashbacks and then bring Cad Bane back.
Like, imagine this. someone unknown gets him uh before well, I mean, I don't know. Let's say someone gets him, brings him back to life. He's pissed. Season 2 of Book of Boba Fett. Cad Bane comes back because now he has a vendetta. Not only does he have a vendetta with Boba Fett, but now Cobb Vanth also has a vendetta because he's going to shoot him again.
Right.
But here's the thing. I know who can take over as a Dio of the or Dio. What is it? Dimir? The place that Boba has right now of most yeah. He's like, we're not meant for this. We're not suited for this. It's like, well, who would take up the role? Cobb Vanth.
Cobb Vanth.
Leader of Freetown can be that. Although I don't know if he'd be a Crown Lord, I'm gonna be quite honest.
Yeah, I highly doubt it.
Also, but he definitely
it's conflicting things. Some people say that he's dead, some people say he's not.
Who?
Like on the internet.
Of Cad?
Yeah, Cad Bane.
He's probably dead. Unfortunately. I mean, he's also in universe, he's like 70 years old. And granted, he's still fast, but like this man walks everywhere. That's how he stays young.
Right.
I mean, Fennec drove a motorbike from Mos Espa all the way to Mos Eisley, where the crime lords were all situated at, and he walked that distance. I mean, granted, he probably didn't actually walk that distance, but like that's a long way. Also, can we just appreciate the fact that Fennec Shen is like probably the MVP of this show?
Right.
I mean, man, Disney, you are brutal. You're just showing her hanging somebody in their feet thing.
Right.
It's like, what? She wiped out an entire room full of people in less than a minute. Dude.
Which was dope. She was dope.
And she's like 60 years old. That's crazy. You know, when they told me, like when they first like had it, it was like, oh yeah, Fennec Shan's gonna be in the new Book of Boba Fett. You know, that's where that's gonna go. And I was like, okay, I don't really see why they need to put her into it. And then it's immediately it's like, now I get it. They put her into it because without her, this show would not work. Right. I already argue it doesn't work, but it works even less without her.
Yeah, everybody even on the internet is saying that the Book of Boba Fett is the Mandalorian 2.5.
Yeah, the last half of the season is. And the first half is just a slow drag.
Man, they legitimately could have made a Cad Bane spinoff. Like, that's how dope he is. Just show him like Valiant.
To be fair though, we still have about 25 years of canon where he's alive that we could pull from.
Right.
I forget. I don't know if he showed up in Rebels ever. I don't think he did.
I don't think so.
You know who would be really cool to see in live action? The space pirate.
Who?
The space pirate. Hakanodo or whatever.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. I know you're talking about.
So Cad Bane never shows up in he never shows up in Rebels, but he does there is one shot of graffiti where it shows his face. But that's all it is, which is fine. But imagine this. What if the reason they set us up for Cad Bane live action is that he's going to show up in Obi-Wan?
That would be dope.
Yeah, it'd be nice. I don't think we'll get it though. But
of course not.
By the way, people are really pissed off that Obi-Wan Kenobi's not coming out May 4th because that is the finale date of Moon Knight. What people don't realize is the date it's coming out on is literally the same That's the original Star Wars Day. That's when the first movie came out on
Right.
May 25th.
Right.
Also, we're not even going to be able to talk about that episode because I'll be going to Vegas the next day.
In Vegas, right.
Oh, man. Ah.
You talking about the space fire? You talking about Hondo?
Yeah.
Aka?
Yeah. I mean, he has had an arc that I didn't think would exist in this entire franchise. Although, okay, he's the only character, though, I think that has gone through all three of the animated shows. And I'm going to be honest, he's the only good part about the last one. The rest of that one is garbage. I'll never forget the time that I wasted watching that Resistance show. Oh, such garbage. And he was in Bad Batch, wasn't he? Briefly.
I don't remember seeing him in there. Maybe he was. I just don't remember.
What was his name again?
Hondo Anaka.
Let's see here.
Oh, Weequay is a pirate. The one the one from the Book of Boba Fett. That was
the bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like it. You know what? No, Hondo has not shown up in it yet, but he could show up in Bad Batch season 2. Ew. Oh boy. You know what? I actually don't need to see him in live action. I really don't.
I seen a picture of him. Yeah, I'm about to say that's the picture I just saw.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see that.
I think that's cosplay though.
No, that's not cosplay. That's a drawing. I don't need to see that. I really don't. No, thank you.
I think if Jon Favreau them did it, it would be dope.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, that is a drawing.
He'd really have to you'd really have to do a lot of CGI just to be able to get the movements you want to get with it.
I guess.
But
the episode, it was okay. We already talked about we don't know what they could have done to top the previous episode, but
I mean, I can kind of check off at least one of the two things I needed to see in that episode.
The Rancor. I'm telling you, bro, he had the cape on.
He didn't. I've watched it again.
He did, bro.
No, that is just his black robes that he wears. There's concept art of him with a cape at the end credits, but that is it. He does not ever have a cape during that entire thing. I can guarantee you he does not.
I'm about to look, bro, because that shit looked just like the cape.
No, because his cape was yellow.
I'm looking.
I'm also looking. I'm going to seem like a real ass if I'm wrong. Also, don't mistake Mandalorian for it. You know something his armor could use, though? He could really use those tassels that he had beforehand.
So I guess you're right.
Yeah, he doesn't have he doesn't have a cape. I don't know. I'm kind of tired of I've given up on them doing that character justice. I don't think he's been done justice with this series.
Nah, definitely not.
I mean, here's what I think, right? They didn't want to make the show like everyone would have wanted, which would have just been simply a bounty hunter show with him kicking ass, because we already kind of have that with Mando, except Mando's gone in a bit of a different direction. But they didn't want to do that. They wanted to give him, some character growth, even though he was a background character to begin with. And you know what? I get why they decided they wanted to do that. Maybe they thought if we were just going to do the same thing that Mando kind of was, where he's just kicking ass and he's a Mandalorian or he's Boba Fett, whatever, that probably wouldn't have been a good enough reason to get a green light on a show. It was either doing what they did now or nothing. And to be honest with you, I would have rather him just stayed dead.
Right. Or just left him in the Mandalorian when it was at the end of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, like honestly, Book of Boba Fett could have just been him gathering a bunch of bounty hunters from the original trilogy and just doing a bounty hunters guild that sticks to bounty hunting and not going out of it,
Right.
Kicking ass across the galaxy. One bounty at a time.
One bounty at a time.
See, there you go, Disney Plus. You can take that idea and you can run with it. I'll give it to you for free.
They will take that shit anyway.
Yeah, well, I'll give it to them free. All they need to do is put my name in the executive producers cast.
Oh, this is a Battlefront costume.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, for what, the Hawken note or whatever?
No, for Boba Fett. I was still trying to look for the cape.
You ever seen Boba Fetty?
No.
Boba Fetty Wop.
What?
Well, you know about that?
Is it a real thing?
You'd be shocked. Well, no, I guess it's not well. The only thing that they have at all is this.
Oh shit!
It's a trap queen. Isn't that's so dumb?
It's a trap.
That's. Okay, here we go. Boba Fett gets bested by a blind guy with a stick, falls into Sarlacc pit, lets boss die, becomes unemployed, doesn't kill anyone in the original trilogy. Then there's Chad Fett, beer pong champion, drives a BMW, formerly known as Fetty Wap, eats Sarlaccs for breakfast, superior fashion sense, literally beats stormtroopers to death with a stick.
They bugging.
Doesn't do much of anything. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the series. I really wasn't. Yeah. It was enjoyable. It was something to watch. There were moments of good things to it, but as I always say on this podcast and on this channel, no matter how much good moments you have in a movie or a TV series, it does not make the entire thing better. Right. You can't save a show or a movie by putting sprinkles of cool things to cover up your terrible screenwriting or terrible plot.
Right.
And to be honest with you, the one thing that I have come to dislike the most in this entire show is the stupid Power Ranger bikers. Those things don't even go fast.
Right.
Like they had this whole cool moment where they're like, yeah, we're coming. And then they just get shot immediately. I'm like, or what's up with the 360 no scope, dude? You don't need to turn around. That doesn't make your shot any better.
Right. And that's exactly what I said. Like, why did he like turn all the way around like that just to shoot?
They're like, oh, this will be kind of cool. It'd be like, no, you don't understand. We already don't like these characters because of their outfits and stuff. The last thing you need to think of is, oh, this will be cool. Robert Rodriguez. I hope if they do make a second season, that it's not directed by Robert Rodriguez and they just fucking kill him off in one shot. But also Thundercat showed back up.
Wait a minute, what?
Thundercat.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm about to make this boy a robo.
When you said, as soon as I heard Thundercat, I thought you were talking about like the Thundercats, but you were talking about the old buddy at the end.
Yeah.
Kind of like a end credit.
Again, I say that name just so other people be like, oh yeah, I know who that is. I have no idea who that is. I'm just, That's what I've heard. And I go, oh, okay, I'll call him by that because that's the only thing I know him by now. but it was as a series, unfortunately, even with the cool parts of Mandalorian and Grogu and stuff like that, I don't think I can give this thing any more than a 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah. I wouldn't even like rate that shit, bro. It was just like something to hold me over
So
until
Kenobi.
until the next show comes out. Because like I
Which,
say, I really didn't start getting into it until the episode with Cad Bane in it, and then they killed him off.
I don't know. Okay. I will say that this show, though, I will say this much: the end of this show has made me more excited for season 3 of Mandalorian than ever.
For sure.
Like,
For sure.
I was like, I wasn't really waiting for the next Mandalorian episode or season. I was like, yeah, I'm cautiously waiting, kind of bored. I'll watch it when it comes out. And then the Mando music starts playing. I'm like, yes, give me something good. Give me good quality content.
To me, I think those are the best 2 episodes. The first episode with the Mandalorian and then the second one.
By the way, I realized something.
Like,
I read something the other day. Makes me quite disappointed for the Luke episode.
what happened?
Mark Hamill didn't voice him at all. They used computer-generated AI to make the voice.
Really? But they
Yeah,
still credited Mark Hamill though? Because they credited him at the end of both of those episodes.
Yeah, no, he didn't voice anything.
Maybe it was, I guess, because of his likeness, maybe.
Yeah, but he didn't voice at all.
Wow.
That's why it sounds somewhat off.
Fair enough.
Kind of.
He would have probably just sounded like the Joker anyway.
So. I mean, part of me was like, I don't know how they managed to get Mark Hamill to do that at all, because I mean, he doesn't sound like that anymore. So it made sense, but I was just disappointed. I was like, he's a really good voice actor. He probably could have managed something, but wow. Like the fact they didn't even, like, they took all of his dialogue and the way he spoke in his Star Wars original trilogy, or like put into AI, and AI generated the words and the way the speech patterns and stuff.
For sure. I mean, technology, man.
I don't think we need to see young Luke ever again if they're not going to bring in Sebastian Stan to do him.
Right.
Because I mean, they could do it.
Which is what they should have done anyway.
Yeah, but I also don't think that we're going to get a Luke Skywalker spinoff series.
No, hell no.
No, we got Kenobi coming.
Right.
With Ewan McGregor.
It's gonna be dope. I'm hoping it's gonna be dope.
I don't. The only disappointing thing I have about it is we've been on Tatooine for like the last 7 episodes of live action Star Wars, and we're gonna be stuck there again. Because I don't think he's gonna go off world.
Right.
Because that's a risk that he's probably not willing to take.
Are you talking about Boba Fett?
No, I'm talking about Kenobi.
Oh, Obi. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, we've seen more Tatooine. Trying to think here.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. It's like a tangent, but I want to go back and watch the Darth Vader scene in Rogue One. When he was
Yeah, I've watched people react to that recently, and they hate it.
Really?
There's people who've started reacting to like Star Wars like more recently, and they watched that scene and they were like, no, I hate this so much. Why is he like, they're rooting for the storm, like they're crying that all the like rebels are getting killed, and I'm just sitting here like, yes, I like this scene.
Yeah, that scene was dope.
Did I ever tell you what that I predicted that shit?
Mm-mm.
So when Rogue One was coming out, up until like a certain point, like they had teased Darth Vader in it or whatever, in the trailers and stuff, and I went to the theater to watch it. And before like the movie started, whatever, I was sitting next to these people, and they were talking about, they're like, "Oh, it's so exciting, Darth Vader." And I looked over and I said, "You, bro, you watch. They're gonna end this movie, and they're gonna show him just straight up murdering fools."
Badass.
So then when that came, I screamed down in the theater, like I was like, "I was right. I was right. Hire me, Lucasfilm, please."
Right.
I was shocked by it, and honestly, at the time, I didn't really I wouldn't say fully respect the film that it deserved. Because I thought this isn't, like it was good, but I was like, I don't know if I want to rewatch this again in theaters because it was like, And the only reason I went back to watch the second time was not only to get a poster, but because I was like, I'll go watch it again to watch that end credit scene.
Bro, this movie was dope as fuck to me.
It was dark and depressing.
But I always told you though. Like the thing I loved about these movies when Disney purchased Lucasfilms was them pushing the lore forward. So Rogue One, of course, you already know what Rogue One is about. Like that was a dope aspect to tell that story of how they got like the map and all that other shit for the Death Star and all. Shit was dope. But I only seen it once in the theater. But once it came out, like the way you do, like the Steelbook and all that.
Yeah.
Like as soon as Rogue One came out, I went out and got like the big thick whatever like Blu-ray joint and the digital copy and all that. But yeah. Like,
don't get me wrong. I got that for my birthday when it came out. I respect the film as it is now. I won't watch it nearly as many times as normal, but I can tell you right now, out of rewatching any of the new stuff, it is probably going to be the first one that I go to rewatch.
Right.
Then the second will be Solo. Then
Did
Force
you
Awakens.
like Solo?
Solo was all right. Listen, I like Solo more than I like The Last Jedi. Come on now. Because it's shorter, it's more digestible, it has familiar songs and themes to it, and without any lightsaber. Also, it has Maul in it. Come on now. I don't care if it's a 2-second scene. Maul's 2-second scene is better than most of Last Jedi.
For sure.
There was all people who
feared. I still have not went back and watched any of the last trilogy. Neither one of the 3 movies I haven't went back and watched.
The last time that I watched one of them was The Rise of Skywalker. I watched it like as soon as it came out on Blu-ray in like 2020. That's the last time I watched it.
How can you hate this scene, man? He's coming through and he's like hitting like all the like.
You know what though? I'm gonna predict something. We are gonna get a scene that rivals that in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I would hope so. He like legit
so
just like grabbed somebody with the Force and threw him to the ceiling. Like
3 people are playing Darth Vader in this series.
Really?
Hayden Christensen's supposedly gonna be playing him when he's like, in a medical chamber, like, limbless. Also, a short couple flashbacks with him and Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars era. And then we're gonna get a guy who is doing like some of the like 2 different guys who are not only going to be in the suit, they're also going to be doing combat scenes. Let me tell you, if they have, because they already have teased a dual, like a rematch between Obi-Wan and Anakin as Darth Vader. If they have the choreography that they had with the prequels in this, and they fight, I am going to lose my collective shot. Yeah. I can't wait. Also,
I didn't know Hayden was coming back though.
Yeah. He also is going to be in Ahsoka.
He would have to though.
Well, I mean, yeah, flashbacks. Although, I don't know, I hope his acting has gotten better over the years, or they've given him a better, like a little bit more of a, here's how to act a little better, here's a better script. Otherwise, it's just going to be like people are happy that he's coming back. Like, they are excited. It's like, yes, he sucked in the prequels, but George Lucas had a really bad script for him, and he did not get somebody who was trained well enough. It's been over 10 years since the last one came out. Almost. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo. In less than 3 years, Revenge of the Sith will be 20 years old.
Jesus.
Oh my God. I feel so old. Oh my gosh. Episode 2 turns 20 this year. Oh my Lord. Wow. Sorry, guys. That just hit me like a pile of bricks.
With your old ass.
That's crazy, man.
When does Obi-Wan come out?
May 25th.
Oh shit, we just did say that, didn't we?
Then we'll get Andor and Bad Batch this year too. Also, I'm pretty sure they're about to start filming. There's a show that was supposed to be coming out that had just gotten someone on cast. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but after they just put someone in there, oh yeah, the Beauty and the Beast prequel with like Josh Gad and Luke Evans. You know, their characters like LeFou and
This is a real thing.
This was a real thing. This wing was in production and everything. Like they were getting ready to start filming production in summer, and they had just put Rita or Rita Ora, I think is her name, was going to be in it, and they have now completely just canceled the entire project.
Oh, I was going to say, who the hell are Rita Ora going to be?
I don't know. Doesn't matter anymore because literally a couple days after she got cast, it was like, by the way, the show's now canceled because we couldn't write enough original music for this. I was like, I don't think you guys realized that no TV show is a musical TV show for the entire like 6 episodes. You know how hard that would be? That's like 6 movies of music. You can't do that.
Oh no, bro. They just said it's put on hold, so it still might be coming out.
Nah, they said it's canceled. I don't know who's saying it's on hold. It's not on hold. It's canceled because they didn't want to do it anymore. But no, we have to get back on topic because we got off way.
Ugh. Bro, this is February the 10th, 2022. They say it's just put on hold. I think like me just skimming through it, they said some shit about it, some type of delay in the UK.
They're worried about weather.
Yeah, but they said it's just put on hold though.
You know what else?
I mean, it doesn't matter. But
you know what else was put on hold? That's probably never coming out. The Rangers of the New Republic. That's not happening. Oh, I guess. Okay, well, one account says was delayed. Another one says prequel series not going on forward at Disney for now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. I'm not watching it regardless.
I'm about to say, yeah, I'm not gonna watch that shit.
Yeah, no. No. Okay. So we're gonna talk about one of the last things of this because it's already 12:42 in the morning. Right. Hey. So we pretty much talked about everything about Boba Fett that we're going to talk about.
Can we pause though? Because we've been doing a really good job of staying on task.
No, we haven't. I'll be honest with you.
Yes, we have. The last couple of episodes have been like legit like an hour or maybe like 5 minutes over.
Right, but we still haven't gotten to Death on the Nile yet.
We got a couple more minutes.
Yeah. All right. But all right. Death on the Nile. Before we even start, I'm one sec.
Because all we do is garbage.
So Death on the Nile, sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. You might be asking yourself, what is it? I've never heard of it. You know, I understand some people live under rocks. It's fine. We've been living under a rock for the past 2 years because, you know, of some stupid virus that no one takes any responsibility for. I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. Everyone's responsible at the end of the day. Anyway, Death on the Nile is a sequel to Murder on the Orient Express. I'm pretty sure I just said that. It is a sequel to the Agatha Christie books and those are murder mysteries, okay? Now, Kenneth Braggett, I'm pretty sure I just butchered that name. I'm so sorry. He directed the first one. He plays Hercule Poirot, the greatest detective alive. Again, also murdering the French language at the same time. We're just going for all nationalities here. I want to make sure that I'm equal in every opportunity here.
Equal opportunity of butchering.
The first one was great. It had a big cast on it that, now that I look back at it today, not
Johnny
necessarily. Yeah. It had Johnny Depp. It had Daisy Ridley's only other good film besides Force Awakens. It had William Dafoe, who I completely forgot about. Michelle Pfeiffer. Haven't seen her in much lately. Judi Dench. Penelope Cruz. Josh Gad. And a few other people that Leslie huh.
Holy shit, they got M. M was in it. I don't know if you said her real name.
Who?
M from 007.
Yeah, Judi Dench. Apparently
Judi Dench.
Michael Pena was on there, and I don't think that's true. I think I would have noticed Michael Pena in this.
I don't know, bro. I've been going back watching some other movies, and then was like, "Whoa, Michael Pena was in this."
Oh, you mean like Moonfall?
Right. I'm watching. I'm looking at the trailer now, though.
No, okay, but that was what the first one was basically. That came out in 2017. It made a lot of money to a point that they're like, let's make another one. Here Comes Death on the Nile with a different cast. Unfortunately, since this came out, delayed, I have to say that this is like death on the press, because boy do they have a kind of controversial cast here. You got Army Hammer. A joke that I made throughout the entire movie is, oh, don't get too close to him, he might eat you.
He might eat you.
Gal Gadot, which is currently causing this movie to be banned in other countries because she used to serve in the Israeli army, and politics, Middle Eastern politics, mind you. Can't do much about that. Then you have Leetta Wright and Russell Brand, both people who have basically claimed and been pretty hard going about being anti-vaccination. So, as much as Russell Brand has mellowed out over the years, Leetta Wright, she's not good in my eyes right now. That's why.
Yeah, I still fuck with her.
Huh?
I still fuck with her.
We got Emily McKay, which some of you may remember or know. She plays one of the title characters in the Netflix show Sex Education, which is quite a riveting show there. You have the lady Annette Bening, who is from Captain Marvel. She's from more stuff than that, but I only know her from Captain Marvel. She doesn't have any controversy. She's just a good actor or actress. Rose Leslie, who, Jesus Christ, I now know how I recognize her so much. Isn't she Game of Thrones? You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Man, she looks a lot more frail than she did in that show, as far as I know.
I think that's why I was like just recognizing her now.
Well, I didn't recognize her, and then I see the name, and I was like, "That's Jon. You know nothing, Jon Snow."
You know nothing.
Ridley Scott apparently must have produced this because he's in the cast list somehow, and he sure as hell was not in this movie. And a few other people who I do not know the name of. Yeah, that's.
She was. Oh, my bad. Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if you knew this, and I'm just now noticing this myself, but the guy who plays the lawyer, the cousin to Gal Gadot's character, you'll never guess what he was from. You won't even know. He was okay. Well, I guess that's one of the ones. Maybe I'm not feeling too good after what I thought was going to be the case. He was in Furious 7 as the rich guy that Ramsey went to in the Middle East.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. If you look him up, his name is Ali Fazell.
Yeah, Ali Fazell.
Yeah. He looks completely different in this compared to that.
Which is the crazy part about movies.
You know what's really bad of me? I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought, you know what? I'm gonna have to I thought he was the guy from Paul Blart. The guy who's like peanut butter and jelly blurt. I was like, oh gosh. He looked at a glance. I was like, oh, I feel so bad about this. I can't believe that I thought that. That's crazy. Anyway, um, Death on the Nile.
I loved it.
I liked it more than the first one. The first one, even though I fell asleep watching the first one in theaters because it was like so late at night, I watched it recently as like September, October, and I enjoyed it. I just felt like there wasn't much going on because it's literally all set on a train.
Right.
Also, boy, does this movie have some moments where you're like, wow, this is really hot and steamy for a movie here. I was like, oh, and that's where I had to kind of like the uncomfortableness of it. I started making jokes about Army Hammer and
Right.
parts of it.
I love the scope of the movie.
Oh, it was so good. I
Like
liked the setting change instead of snow.
like when Perot was sitting by himself in front of the pyramid of Giza, like the scope of that, fucking amazing. And when they rolled up, and this is not spoilers at all because this is all in the trailer. And when they pulled up to I don't know the name of the place, but it was the four statues, like the huge statues, like in the way the soundtrack was when they pulled up, the scope of that shit was dope. That shit was amazing. And that's the thing that I love about movies. Like the scope, the score, how it make you feel. Like
Dude,
this movie was just a pretty dope movie.
the cinematography was great.
Yes.
Like there are, there's always the critique in me going, okay, so I know this is, there's parts where I'm like, this probably wasn't filmed out in the Middle East, in
Right.
Egypt and stuff like that, or at least not all of it. So which parts am I looking at where I go, yeah, they definitely CGI that. Can I tell that it's not real? And to be honest, for the most of it, I couldn't tell.
Right.
I I I don't think I could tell, but there's a specific scene which I'm not going to exactly say. I think you'll understand what I'm saying about where a certain character is like on top of a thing that definitely is not the case because there's no way that
Right.
anyone would let them do that even as a filming standpoint.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. No. I it still looked pretty real, honestly.
Right.
But they also could have just built that. I mean, with its budget, I think of like almost 100 million, I would assume, and not too many things that I would consider CGI. It probably had some room to do some good looking CGI.
Yeah. It was only a couple of times that I was watching and I felt like the CGI was horrible. But it wasn't like too horrible. I think the only reason why it was horrible is because we watched it in an IMAX and how close we be sitting. So like we could like see like damn near everything.
Yeah.
So like, it was only maybe like two times to where it was to me it was unbelievable. But other than that, everything else was like spot on.
Oh yeah, it was great. I'm looking here. Okay, so Double Negative is a company that provided the visual effects for the film with award-winning Academy Award-winning special effects artist George Murphy, who, okay, well, I don't know if I would consider him like that. Oh, well, he's done work on films such as Hook, Jurassic Park, Forrest Gump, which is the one that won him an Oscar. So I don't know about that. Uh, Mission Impossible, Starship Troopers, Planet of the Apes, 2001, Matrix Revolutions and Reloaded, King Kong, Constantine, Aragon, A Christmas Carol, Maleficent, and Murder on the Orient Express. So he's had a list of movies where CGI wasn't exactly. I mean, Maleficent was good. CGI was great on
Yeah,
that.
I actually love Maleficent.
What I'm seeing here, though, is a lot of films that he's done in the early years where I'm like, I wouldn't be proud to talk about being on that film
Right.
anymore. But yeah, he's got an impressive list. So I guess the harder the CGI is, the less good it looks for him. But the less hard you have to do, the better it'll look.
Right.
I just can't believe Forrest Gump is the one that won him a visual effects artist Academy Award.
I guess though, because you remember in Forrest Gump, like It was Tom Hanks with the president.
Yeah.
It was him like at the Revolutionary War and all this other bullshit. So I think like they got it with the visual effects there because it was pretty dope because like what they did it was pretty dope, especially for the time that they came out.
By the way, to all of our audience members out there, we just talked about a little bit about Academy Awards, and I know we haven't got into it in this episode, but a little sneak peek. We're going to be talking about it next episode. We're going to be talking about next episode. We're going to get into some heated debates. Well, maybe not heated. Well, we already got into a heated debate earlier before the podcast. I've started about it.
I don't think it was heated. It was just a matter of opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought your opinion might be wrong, but you know, it's all fair. It's
That's
all fair. Anyway, we're going to get into the Oscar predictions next episode, which I swear I'm going to try to have that next episode able to be out on the normal, regularly scheduled time on Thursday as best as we can. This week just got real busy, and neither one of us was feeling exactly up to recording because we weren't feeling great. So, you know, we will try to have next week's episode up on time if we can do it, if we can help it.
We will.
Obviously, I know that a lot of Super Bowl trailers are coming out this week.
Yes.
And
tomorrow.
Today now.
Well, today, a couple hours from now.
We won't be talking about that on the podcast because I'm going to devote next podcast episode specifically just for the Oscar stuff. Awesome. If we get done with it before we decide to end, I might do it at the tail end. But we're going to get back into, you know, that's just a little tease. We're going to get back into Death on the Nile because I went off track there.
Death on the Nile, though, I would definitely go see it again. In the theater, I would definitely go see it again. IMAX for sure.
Yeah. Which means only time to do that is before next Thursday.
Right.
Because Uncharted, which I heard has been getting
it's been getting whack reviews, bro.
Uncharted fans have been slaughtering it. Because, you know, critics are fans too at some point. They said they're gonna hate it.
Jesus. Death on the Nile.
Yeah.
I would say definitely go see it. Even if you haven't seen Death on the Orient Express, you would still be able to go to this one and still enjoy it because it's not like a direct sequel to where you miss something in the first one you won't understand in this one. This is like a whole other story, whole other murder. So just going to see this without seeing the first one, you'll be A-okay.
Also, if you want to add a little spice to your Valentine's Day weekend, and you somehow convince your significant other to go take you to see this instead of Marry Me, which I hear is good as well. Sure. Maybe do something spicy and you know, put down who you think killed who and everything before the movie, and don't show it to your significant other until after the film.
After the film, right. But you have to write it down like right there when y'all like going to the theater, so nobody's cheating. And then when you go out, like this is
also. Don't be the cheater and who goes and looks up exactly how it ends and then write it down.
Right. You got to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you've read the book beforehand and your significant other doesn't know, you might want to tell them beforehand. Just a little, you know, heads up.
Oh, you know what though? Even Murder on the Orient Express, both of these movies put me in the mind frame of the Clue. Not even just the Clue movie, but Clue in general. Except for it's not like who did it with what weapon. It's more or less just who did it. But these movies is definitely like Clue.
Kind of. Clue was more meta than it. It was meta ahead. It was meta ahead of its time.
Super ahead of its time.
Unlike the last movie was less like it still followed the book from what I've heard, but it had some twists to it to kind of, you know, catch up people who thought they knew everything. This one was more direct in the same path as the book, so there was no twist endings. Although, like I said, the book didn't have a specific part that happens in the beginning, so it was nice to see that.
I'm about to say, which was warranted. I think that was a good point of the movie.
I will tell you, there is a series that I do recommend that you watch. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called The ABC Murders. It has John Malkovich in it as a like old aging Hercule Poirot in it, and it's like a 4-part series. It's based off of one of the books. It's even got Rupert Grint in it from the Harry Potter movies.
Nice.
It's a good show to watch, like a more aged detective, you know. And
I might check that out myself.
or you know what? I'm sorry, it's not 4 parts, it's 3. They're like an hour and a half a piece.
Sweet.
It's definitely worth it. I think it even has I think it might have Paul Dano in it. I'm not gonna lie. Phone. The time I need to really look up something, my phone decides to freeze on me.
You said it's called the ABC Murders.
I believe so. It's been a while. Yeah, ABC Murders. No, I'm sorry. It doesn't have. It has that one. That one enforcer in the Witcher show. The Nilfgaard, the Black Knight, or whatever.
It's like white. It's like washed out.
Oh, God damn! He's so white and pale. I'll show you a picture of him. I'll send it to you.
All right.
But you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that guy. The guy that
the name of it is the ABC Murders.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime.
For sure.
It came out a couple years ago. But Death on the Nile is when I get past the controversy of all the people in it that have their issues outside in the real world, something that I try to avoid hearing about so I can enjoy a movie fully. I thought that it was a thrilling film. Also, Kenneth, I have one thing to say to you. Fuck you and those stupid jump scares. This movie is a thriller movie, not a horror film.
Right.
Also, that is my second allotted term of using the F word to keep this at a PG-13 rating.
PG-13, because I cuss all the time. My bad.
I try. I want to try something different for this year, see if I can't get a bigger audience. But what did you say your final thoughts are on Death on the Nile?
My final thoughts are, like I told you, I hate giving ratings. Only thing I can really give y'all, as far as my opinion, is whether or not you should go see it or whether you not should go see it. I definitely recommend that you do go see it. Like if you love like murder mysteries or, you know, suspense, things of that nature, like something that's going to keep you on your toes, I would definitely say go ahead and watch it. If you're really not into that, I would say don't see it in theaters, but like wait until you be able to stream it at home. Okay, this is what I'm going to start doing. Will I go see it in the theater again? Yes.
Said will or would?
Will.
Okay.
I would go and see this in the theater again. That's how good it was to me.
If I have time, I will go see it again. If I don't, then I will watch it again at home.
Right.
It won't be something that I don't watch again. I mean, I'm obviously going to watch it again because I'm going to go and watch it with my grandmother, let her give her review of it.
Right.
But yeah, I always like giving ratings because that's just who I am.
For sure.
I'm gonna probably say I want to use something that's clever from this movie, but I can't. I can't pop it off the top of my head.
How many pharaohs would you give
it? You know what? Because this detective likes his eggs perfectly boiled, or poached, is actually what it is. I'd give this a 4 out of 5 poached eggs and one twirling mustache
with the French accent again, bro.
Oui.
Yes. It's worth going to watch it, more or less. I would say you guys go and watch it.
And depending on how things go with Uncharted, this might be the better movie to go see.
Right.
Well,
I don't know, man. I got high hopes for Uncharted, man.
That is your downfall right there. I have no hopes for it, so I can't go into it and get disappointed.
the only thing that I'm iffy about with Uncharted is the
Tom
part of the
Holland.
trailer where everything is falling out of the back of the airplane, and he just somehow miraculously jumps back on the plane, but then get knocked off by the car.
I will
Yes,
say I think that that is probably cut the way to, because there's probably a spoiler in there somewhere.
I will hope so, because
I don't think they're gonna, if it's like that in the movie, that movie's gonna go down real quick for me.
right.
But it looks like it has some good moments, you know.
Yeah, I'm keeping hopes for it because, like I told you before, is that the movie is supposed to be based 10 years before the first video game. So and like I'm legitimately an Uncharted fan.
I've
So
never played them because I don't own PlayStation.
clearly, you guys can see I got a PS5 back here, but from my PS4, I actually kept both of these.
Now people are gonna be like, where do you live? So that way I can acquire that
Come
PS5.
on, come get it. But I bought part 4. When Uncharted came out, I got Uncharted 1. I played Uncharted 1. I didn't really play part 2. I didn't really play part 3, like here and there. But then when 4 came out, I got 4, but I haven't played 4 yet. And then I went out and bought this. This is the collection. This has got part 1 through 3 on it. And then I got 4. So I always said I was going to go back and play it, but I still haven't played it yet. But I still got it though.
I have no expectations for this film because I personally think that they already did a better version of this film that should have had those actors in it instead. And that was the Uncharted fan film that came out like years ago with Nathan Fillion, Stephen Lang. That one was a cool thing. I was like, I've never played the games, but I have seen these characters somewhat in their personalities, and this fits their personalities to a T. The ones in this one do not.
Yeah.
But Nathan Fillion couldn't do it because he's filming The Rookie. And I also don't think they wanted a 50-year-old actor playing
Right.
Nathan Fillion, even though that would have been more accurate. But you know what? What does Sony know?
Right.
They've never made a good video game movie.
And that's why I think they're doing it the way that they're doing it to make it like where they're younger. That way, even if they do decide to keep making more, they kind of like grow into the characters.
To be fair, though, Mark Wahlberg is not young by any sense.
Of course not. But even
Mark Wahlberg is a 50-year-old man.
Right. I mean, but still, he like still looks the part though. So.
Right. But I was telling someone about it. I'm like, yeah, Mark Wahlberg's gonna be in this. I don't know if he's that great. And they said he's a great actor, and I was like, really? Because his most recent movies are Infinite, Daddy's Home.
That doesn't count. Daddy's Home is good. Infinite doesn't count. I'm gonna give my man a pass. Infinite doesn't count.
Spencer Confidential. That was garbage.
Who?
That wasn't Spencer Confidential. It was a Netflix movie that had Winston Duke in it. It was garbage. And they're like, well, you know, the Transformers ones were good. I was like, no, get out of here. Get out of here. He was not good.
I'm not giving them Transformers. No. But we got
Boogie
4 brothers. We got 4 brothers. We got Boogie Nights. We got
there's a few films that he's good.
The movie where he's like the sharpshooter guy.
Shooter.
That was good.
There's a few movies he's done that I've liked. Okay. There was the other guys. There was Deepwater Horizon. Deepwater Horizon was great. It was sad. The Italian Job. The Fighter. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to. The Departed.
The Departed is good. What's the movie? What's the movie where he played the guy that was trying out for the Jets?
Invincible.
That movie was fucking good.
Patriots Day. That was a film. Then he's played in some not good ones like The Happening. Don't even get me started.
No.
Don't even get.
No. The Happening. We're gonna pause. The Happening wasn't his fault. That was M. Night Shyamalan's fault. Cuz
doesn't matter. That's like saying that Planet of the Apes was Tim Burton's fault.
I guess fair. I'll give it to you.
He's been in some iffy films that I will never respect, but I don't know.
He got my vote with Shooter, 4 Brothers, Boogie Nights, and Invincible.
But
and Italian Job. Italian Job was pretty good too.
I only watched half that film.
That movie's pretty dope, bro. It got Charlize Theron in it. It got Jason Statham in it. What's my man from Robot Chicken? Seth Green. Got Seth Green in it.
Yeah.
Edward Norton is in it. That's a dope movie, bro. You need to go back and watch it.
Yeah, but
it got Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland's dad in it. Donald Sutherland. It got Donald Sutherland in it. It's pretty dope, bro.
Yeah, but I think we've pretty much talked about everything that we wanted to talk about this week.
For sure.
Don't want to keep you guys too long. And
y'all love us.
Yeah. Also, sorry that I don't ever. I point a lot of things out in visual. Audio listeners, I'm sorry, but if you're really that interested in figuring out what it is we're talking about that's visual, you can just check it out. You know what time frame it is. You know,
see our faces.
But until next time, guys, it's been your boy Jay and your boy
Shawntel, for sure.
And we will see you guys next week. Peace.